Chris, your limbo trophy. limbo.
Chris, I swear to God, boy, I will pay you my next check to see that you won a limbo trophy, and I won the high jump.
limbo.
Yikes!
I'm stuck in my head all day.
Hey. I ain't say I won the contest. I just got a trophy. That could have been a participation trophy.
Oh man, then you ain't win.
But he did get a trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Acting Up Show. Do my dance. I don't know why I keep doing this dance today. I'm excited. Yeah, we've been this thing, Just Acting Up Show. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tashay, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing really good. Glad to be back.
Hey, Tashay is back, y'all. Tashay is back, man.
I hope y'all missed me.
Of course we do. Like, what's going on, brother?
I've taken a little hiatus. I've been working. But I missed everyone, so I'm here. I'm happy and excited.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Doing great. How's everybody doing?
I'm not doing so well. I'm upset.
What's wrong, Chris?
When I go to the grocery store, I expect the full grocery store experience. I don't care how big or how small the item is I'm getting. Like check this out. This is what happened.
You want to hand it to me?
I want to get this.
You want to hand it to me?
The roller doesn't work.
Wow, you're rude. Get out of my line.
You see, I don't care if it's just one chapstick. You roll my chapstick down the conveyor belt. I want to see it. I want to see it roll. I want you to see it pick it up. I want to hear it scan through. I want to hear all that.
Don't give people should have called security on you.
Don't be like that, Mike.
Now, Chris.
They should have called security on you.
You better like that now.
You better than that, Chris. Come on, man.
I'm gonna turn it to little Boosie. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man. You better than that, Chris.
Oh man.
Speak for real.
Oh my goodness, y'all know we can be petty sometimes. We all have our petty moments, man. But guess what? We got a good show. See, say this what happened when you be gone for too long, Chris.
Yeah, I know. It's just everything just be out of order and out of structure.
Chris said it was the putback. Why I had to take it?
You put it back. Why you wanted that bad to come through the?
I just wanted to see. You don't enjoy seeing it go down the conveyor belt. I just like, ooh, that's cool. No. Our first jobs was at a Kroger.
I was just about to say that, Chris. Our first jobs was at a grocery store. Like you should come on, man.
Nostalgic, just to see it roll.
You say you gonna hand it to me?
Oh my God, y'all see what we got to deal with, man. Y'all see what we got to deal with.
That's why I quit. That's why I quit. People like this guy. This guy.
That's one job I haven't had. I have not worked at the grocery store, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's very interesting, especially the ones that stay open late, like to 12.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the Walmart right there. That's Walmart.
That's the Kroger's too. That's the Kroger's too.
Like 11.
Yeah, Kroger's.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, get them baskets out the parking lot before you leave.
Rain, hail, sleet.
Rain, hail, sleet,
don't matter.
Hurricane, ozone warning, don't matter.
I used to be a car attendant at Sam's, so I ain't like it very much. I almost got ran over a couple times. Yeah. Oh man, we got a crazy show for y'all today, man. We're gonna talk about some news. We're gonna talk about some of y'all need to mind your business when it comes to these celebrities, man, and just pray for them. We're gonna get into that a little bit later on, of course. And there's another certain individual that's trying to go ahead and mosey his way on back into a certain franchise, but I think it's already said and done because money, cash, yeah. That's what we're gonna talk about. That, all that and more. Just Acting Up Show. So y'all stay locked in. Let's go. right, good people. Y'all already know. Act like you've been somewhere. Just because the shade been gone don't mean that y'all. Yeah, come on now. Y'all act right. Like, share, comment.
Like, share,
Love,
comment, subscribe.
subscribe.
I'm about to say surprise. I need to go
Surprise.
speak.
It's a surprise when you subscribe because we give you the best of the best. I can't think of
Very
it.
best.
Yeah.
All that.
What he
All
said.
that.
I'm looking at Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. That's why I keep hitting that
Okay,
dance.
I thought I figured that.
The darkness. Oh, come on, man. I keep hitting that Tyrone Biggins dance. We start. All right, I'm stop. I'm sorry, man. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just excited. So, anyways, let's go and get into this, man, real quick. So, not so exciting news. The Tony Awards will not be airing because of the WGA strike. The writers, we on strike, man. Everybody canceling everything because we're trying to stand with our brothers and sisters that is behind the scenes with the pen in their hand on the laptop, computer that write stories for us. So yeah,
That's right.
I mean, they already. I mean, it's gonna probably be just like how they did the MTV Awards, right? They went. They had to go with an automated situation and do all flashbacks and remember this time, but because there's nobody to write for the host or anything like that. The host stepped out. What's the host name?
Drew Carey.
Drew Barrymore.
yeah.
No, Drew Carey or Drew Barrymore?
It was Drew Barrymore.
Oh, okay.
Barrymore. Yeah, so it was just the show was pretty much full of like, remember this time back in 1992 on MTV. Remember this time back. That was the whole show, and they had an AI voiceover.
Well, as fellow actors, we stand united with the writers because like I said last show, everybody don't eat until the writers write. So gotta make it work. Gotta do what it gotta do. Hey, it's gonna get crazy after a while because Netflix shows is coming up and they got a lot of good movies that's that was in production now. They didn't shut it down. So Hollywood gonna buckle. Somebody's gonna buckle because
Yeah.
So
They have to.
They have to.
Well, like I think Snoop Dogg had said it. I think I went a little viral where he was talking about just how it doesn't make sense for something to have they'll write a project and it's not really being compensated for it because they'll have like 1 billion streams on Netflix, but they're not getting paid for like 1 billion streams. So they have to get that part of it out. That's a major key to what they're asking for. Just get paid for. The company's getting all that money for all those streams, but the people that should, I get it.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
It's only right.
Yeah.
I agree.
And half of the time, people just asking for what they owed anyway. So it's like, just go ahead and, do the right thing so that everybody can continue to work. You know what I'm saying? This situation could be, could be fixed. Just give people what they do.
Yeah.
Figure out some kind of way.
I agree. I totally agree. And there's some other news. So usually when we're on the big stage, we had to talk about what goes on, what's affecting the world and everything as well, what goes on in the world. So this came to our attention. So some people might give us a side eye on this, but we're gonna talk about it because we gotta talk about it because it represents Black. Well, I hate that we gotta talk about what is going on in the world sometimes. But Florida, good old Florida, my favorite place. Florida removes the BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, and George Floyd content from textbooks. So I feel some type of way about that. I'm just gonna lie to you.
It's Florida.
It's Florida.
They just all over the place, man.
It's Florida. I'm not surprised.
Take your kids and homeschool. Because obviously the system is just not there to educate the kids the truth. Now, they might educate them, but they're not going to give them the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They're going to give them what they think is the truth, and it's going to be some things they're going to leave out.
Yeah.
And that's what all school systems. So what I always say is that whatever you see they taking up out of the textbooks, just teach your kids at home. It's plenty of content about it. It's no way that they can go about changing the history of everything. They only have control over what is taught in the school. So, hey, Either you can go the private route and pay them the extra money, or when your kid get home, make sure that you educate them about the truth. And it's gonna be more things outside of just George Floyd that they're not gonna teach them.
Yes.
You just gotta teach them.
I say, they say the way to keep the poor and uneducated is, make them forget their history, and that's how the rich stay rich and powerful stay powerful.
Last time I checked, the internet's still going, right? So.
Yep. There you go. If y'all not paying the teachers, if y'all not feeding the kids the right meals, then y'all taking some history out of what we need to be knowing about that really very important. How y'all treat each other, how you're treating people. So yeah, to Shay, I agree with you up on that. Sooner or later it's gonna get to everybody just want to take everybody out of school, public school and homeschool and private school. It's getting to that point. It really is.
It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point. So
I'm tired of y'all knuckle up. Yeah. I'm sorry. No,
and these teachers, there are some great teachers, but then there are some teachers that are they shouldn't be teachers. I'm just gonna say that because we all humans. Nobody's perfect, but it's something that people go through, and it's getting to that point. Homeschool is looking like a better option. I remember homeschool. He's like, "You in homeschool?" He used to laugh at that. Now, homeschool look like the way to go. So.
Let's see. So one more thing, then we're gonna wrap this up real quick. Having a baby at 79 years old, Robert De Niro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
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 I don't think I'll be getting down at that with Robert. Hey, man.
Shout out to Robert.
I didn't even know it still worked at that age. I mean, I thought by then.
I know.
It's supposed to work.
Men can still have kids at 102 if they live that long.
Yeah.
I mean, but
biblical times.
By then, from what the textbooks say, is that the older a man gets, the more deformed or not just normal that they produce. Okay, that's just what it medically says. So by 72, you should not still be like doing it. But I mean, hey, I guess if you're safe and you're healthy, and you're taking out your vitamins and stuff, maybe you're still able to.
There you go.
Working, I guess. I don't know, but that's just ridiculous, sir.
Well, not to get into all of that, but the erectile dysfunction is not about the thing here. It's about the thing here, because it's all about the blood flow. I did my research on it. It's about blood flow. So if you got good, decent blood flow, then it should be ready to go.
Oh, well, Robert said, "I'm ready."
Let's just look at that.
That's what I saw. It's about the blood flow. It's about the heart. So if you got a good engine, then you're gonna have a good transmission.
That sounds all fine and dandy. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, he got to be completely healthy. No high blood pressure, no cholesterol, no nothing. Just healthy as an ox.
Yeah, I'll do your research, because some men, real quick, that have high blood pressure, they don't take those pills because that don't work as much. Yeah,
well,
seriously.
Mr. Robert must be
that's why
that's
why men gotta, get themselves in shape, keep themselves in shape, stay away from a lot of fatty foods, and that down there is gonna work forever.
72.
72. Proof is in the pudding. Ain't too much Hollywood can buy. You can't buy that.
No.
The kid gonna be 10. He gonna be 82.
I don't think Robert De Niro is really concerned about that. I think he's like, hey, I got a kid. Peace out, kid. Hey, I love you. My best days is behind me now. You gonna ain't nothing much I can do. I can't play basketball with you. I can't take you out. I can't go out with you.
Because he was divorced. He divorced a few years ago.
Yep.
Wife. So he's single out here in these streets. So he out there. He been getting
92, and the kid gonna be 20.
Long as I'm here, I'm gonna put you in the wheel, but I can't play football with you. Can't play basketball with you. I can take you to a football game and a basketball game. I can't play catch. My best years are behind me.
So he gonna hire somebody to do those things.
Hire somebody to do all those things. What you gonna do? Put him on child support? Man, 79 years old. I'm pretty sure he got this. When you at that age, it's like, hey man, he's 79, bro. He a no good father. That man 79. What can he do?
I can't do much.
What can he do? He should not even be in this position in the first place, sir. What is you doing?
Boy said I was outside. I was outside.
How did they even tell this to the whole family? Hey y'all. Yeah, we finna have another baby.
And we gonna leave
all
it.
All the sisters and brothers like, damn.
And we're gonna leave it just like that.
Damn.
This is Nero dance right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay tuned. Just Acting Up Show. We're gonna get into the Critics Corner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Critics Corner. We appreciate y'all. We know we appreciate y'all, but y'all gonna look up for us because we going to Comic Perusers.
Yeah. I was rushing my days. I thought it was next weekend, but it's not.
He was gonna be by himself.
We have an unidentified black man here in a Joker Max.
Why so serious? Because you
why so serious? Hey, come blues out here, man!
Come blues.
I'm excited, man. It's gonna be fun.
He's gonna get that call. Mike is in jail.
Yeah.
He out here.
Do you accept the Harris County charges? Charges from Harris County? Hey man, James, my bad, bro. I thought it was that.
That voice come through. Hey man.
Hey man, y'all come together and come bail me out. It's all a misunderstanding. Help me, please. Help me, please.
Too hilarious.
Help me, please.
Oh my gosh, too hilarious. And we just got news on the days that we're going to be there. We got not one, but two days that we got invited. So it's going to be fun. May 26th, we're going to be there, 3 o'clock, 3:45 p.m. So y'all come and check out all of this festivities and see us on our panel doing our thing. We're going to have some questions for y'all. I'm pretty sure you got some questions for us. So check us out, Compalooza. Go get your passes. Passes. So, in other news, Chris is pretty happy about this one. SWAT has returned for one more season, and the CW picked up the 61st Street, Courtney B. Vance. Through this whole writer strike, man, y'all gotta have faith. Chris, tell us about SWAT, brother. I know you've been.
SWAT, that's the one with Shamar Moore. It's a good. CBS is known for them cop dramas that they do. It's action packed, so it's like watching the movie. You'd be like, man. But I hate to see that it's going. I wish they would get picked up by another network to go longer. But they're gonna wrap up their storylines and they're gonna end with a short season of like 13 episodes for the 7th and final season. So.
Nice. And like I said, the CW picked up 61st Street, Courtney B. Vance. Everybody was heartbroken when they got the news where that show got the axe, but somebody picked it up. So now we just need for somebody to pick up Southside with Diallo Riddle and Bashir Salahuddin. We gonna speak that into existence.
Get it out there.
Stop cutting our shows that we love, man.
Yeah, man.
So.
And shout out to you for mentioning that man's last name without messing up. You are the GOAT, James.
Man, I'm proud of myself today.
Say it one more time.
Bashir Salahuddin.
Bashir Salahuddin.
I said it right again.
And can y'all match that? Can y'all hosts do that?
Bashir Salahuddin. Okay, I got it.
That's why you here on the Just Acting Up show, because we got y'all.
Gotcha.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Bashir Salahuddin.
For real, man. And everybody on Southside Cast. Y'all
everybody on the South Side, yes, sir. Diallo, shout out to everybody.
And in other news, he's one of my favorite actors. From wrestling to the big screen. I love The Rock, what he does. And to be honest with you, I saw this coming. Even when he said he not doing no more, I was like, come on, bro. Gonna miss out on that bag?
I think a lot of it has to do with. I'm sorry. I think a lot of it has to do that The Rock is the type of kind of person that when he starts something, he like to finish it. Yeah. So you'll catch him pop up in WWE every now and then. And so that for to end it off, they had to get Dwayne on there. So shout out to The Rock, man, and I'm glad that they squashed their differences and get back to it.
Get back to the bag.
Vin Diesel that came out and was already teasing a Fast 12 because they said the studio was talking about a 3-part finale of it all. So maybe 3 more.
Might as well get the bag, man. We already invested.
Let's be honest, man. Let's just be honest with ourselves. I know that, but let's be honest with ourselves. We all know that it is out this weekend. Come on now. Yeah. I want to see it. I ain't gonna lie on the low. I'm like, I kind of want to check it out a little bit.
I will see what else craziness they gonna do.
It's just the curiosity.
Job, was you talking about The Rock being added up to what?
The Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Coming on back.
I don't know why I thought you was talking about. I seen somewhere where he's gonna be also doing some things with Moana. For the Disney people that like Disney. He's also doing that too. So he's busy and booked and busy.
Yeah, live action Moana.
That's what I know.
Yeah, the man know what he doing. He gonna get that bread. Trust me.
Yeah, shout out to The Rock because what after Black Adam and what DC did, yeah, that was what 15 years in the making, and they just like that. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, come on.
I think it's one of those things you come with the right bag, kind of like everybody's talking about Amari Hardwick and people that love Power. He said he's gonna come. He would have came back to Ghost like a year and a half ago if what he asked for was right.
Yeah. So hey, man. Speaking of that, Power spoilers leak is out there. I don't know why people do it. They feel like they need to do it, be petty. I mean, hey, they put in Power spoilers out there already, so be careful of scrolling through already. I mean, by this time, this show, be careful. Just warn y'all ahead of time. Be careful.
Is Ghost Book 2? Is it still going on or no?
It's still going on. I think I like one to 2 episodes. Yeah, 1 to 2
episodes. All right, then they give me enough time.
I gotta duck these spoilers like debt collectors, man. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Click on one thing, man.
Who you telling? They just spoil the hell out of Snowfall. They ain't even allow nobody to, they just spoil the hell out of Snowfall. So it's like, whatever. Whatever.
Made no sense. And for 2 more things for our pop culture, for our people in pop culture, Beetlejuice is coming to, I don't know when it's going to come out, but the cast is there. Michael Keaton is Beetlejuice. Winona Ryder is going to be in there, I believe, as well. What's her name? That was in
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega, thank you, appreciate it. Jenna Ortega is going to be there, and also William Dafoe is added to the list as well too. I'm gonna go see it.
So just because they added him,
just because they added him and others, because William Dafoe is a different type of crazy when you put him in the. He's a phenomenal actor. Everybody in that cast.
Yes. When I seen they added him too, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Like I can't wait now.
Yeah,
I already wanted to see it before, but now they added him. I'm like, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with his part.
But how long are we gonna wait?
I have no idea.
How long are we going to wait?
It's gonna be a good minute, man.
I hate when they do this because I am a big fan of Beetlejuice growing up as a kid. Yeah. How long are we gonna wait?
I don't know. We're gonna see what happens.
It's like Mike, tell them again one more time.
They've been talking about Beetlejuice for years, man. About coming out with this movie. Now I'm 38. So how long are we gonna wait?
Yeah.
Remember that dinner scene? Come, Mr. Teleman, call me.
Go
I'm
with
sorry.
it down. Daylight come and they won't go home. Hey,
What's the name?
Sunday.
Hey, no lie. What's the name? I forgot her name, but the lady who played Kevin McAllister's mother from Home Alone, I can't think of her name right now.
Boy, she killed it.
She killed this thing.
She killed it. Hey, she's a dead.
Go back and watch that scene.
She killed
that shit. She hit it. She like,
Oh,
hey, I'm like,
yeah, man. She killed her and Big Boy.
Captain O'Hara
was on it.
That's her name, Captain O'Hara. I believe that's her name, Captain O'Hara. She was killing.
Yeah.
I said, go on, Kevin, Mama. Yeah. Oh man, and to bring this part to the close, Mario versus Sonic. Now we have Mario.
Yes.
And we have Sonic. Both successful video game movies. A few other video game movies that's been out that were successful, but not like these two right here.
Yes.
And if you are a video game person, we already know there's a Mario and a Sonic Olympic Games type of video game that's out there. People talking about they want to do it. People also, I mean, hey, they also talk about doing a Smash Brothers movie as well.
I'm sorry, man, but I was on that Sonic side because I grew up playing Sonic, not Mario, but Mario killed it.
Man.
Jack Black did that. Peaches, 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 peaches. Yeah, he did that. I love you. Man, he killed that, bro. Like, he made that movie. Chris Pratt and all of them did a great job, but yeah, Jack Black killed that, bro.
Yeah.
He killed everything he do. Like,
he does.
Yeah, he does.
He's just phenomenal.
It's funny how that always works out, though. Like, how everybody was upset. Oh, Chris Pratt playing Mario. But it sounds like,
yeah. Yeah, I was one of them. I'm like, he don't sound like Mario, but bro, that's the movie of the year, no lie.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we gonna look forward, keep an eye on it, see if that happens. But yeah, man. Dead. He's a dead.
He's a dead.
Man, we want to go home. Belafonte, appreciate it, homie.
Real.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, 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 very special guest that's going to join us for the Just Acting Up show. Actress, model, Kim Baptiste will be joining us. So y'all stay locked in. You don't want to miss this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest here today on Just Acting Up show. We have to give her a standing ovation. All the way from originally from Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, Kim Baptiste. Round of applause.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you again for joining us bright and early like the orange juice. So thank you. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So share with us your story on how you got started in your journey with acting.
12 years ago, because this is actually my 12th year. I had a phone call from my agent now. The agency that I was with 12 years ago, and actually I was with them since the early 90s. This guy took over. He was going through the files, saw my headshot, and he said, I'm looking at your headshot. I've just taken over the agency, and I really believe that I could get you auditions, and he started talking about acting. And I was like, I don't know how to act. And he said, that's okay. He said, I'll take you to an acting class. And if you don't like that acting class, I'll take you to another class. So at that time, I was laid off from work. And I had done modeling and commercials and stuff like that. But it was the agency would call and then, hey, I'm lucky and I got a booking. But then when it was over, I went back to the real world. So the next week, I went to his office, we talked, and he drove me to an acting class. He drove me to Kids acting joint. And when I tell you, it blew my mind, it just it blew my mind. The coach he was a very passionate man. He was somebody that really spoke to you in a raw fashion. So if you um didn't like to be told the truth,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it may seem harsh to some people, but I was drawn into that. I tell me the truth, I want to hear the truth. Um, the actors, scene after scene, the work was just amazing. Um, the I found myself in that class week after week. Finally, I was assigned to a scene. I was scared as shit, but oh, and I'm sorry. I'm hoping I'm not supposed to be cursing.
Now you
Um,
good.
It's all good.
but I just stayed in this class week after week after week, and something was telling me, why am I here? I needed to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I told my husband, I said, I don't know why this is happening to me, but I feel I need to check it out. I need to pursue it. And he said, if this is what you feel you need to do, I support you. Now I know in his mind he was probably going, are you crazy? But he didn't say that. And he has been extremely and unbelievably
Mm-hmm.
supportive throughout the process. And I hung in there, and I was in that class for like 3.5 years. And I know some people say, oh, that's a bit long, but it just took me a while to get that foundation and understand where I'm supposed to go with that information,
Mm-hmm.
During that time, I was being sent out on auditions. And anytime that I got an audition, anytime that I got a call back, I always went for private coaching, and that was to the coach who was teaching in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot of callbacks. And you go in the callback, and I was scared to death. When I tell you I messed up a lot, I messed up because the pieces just weren't coming together yet. And I remember one director asking me, he was like, great, because that first take is what I learned when I did the private coaching. And he said, well,
Mm-hmm.
show me something different. And I was like, huh? Like, I did something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell I did. Honestly, I would walk out of an audition and not know what I did. And that wasn't good. I was not self-aware. I didn't have that trust in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but after a while, it took a while. Things didn't start taking place, still didn't start coming together with the understanding until like 2015. Um, but yeah, I was introduced to this acting class, and I'm thinking, these actors, you took these words off this page, and this is what you created.
Yeah.
It's it just it was amazing. And it really was amazing to me. So 12 years in, and I've learned a lot more, and I'm so eager to learn. There is so much to learn. I am like, I'm ready for it. Every job that I do book, I don't take for granted that really there's a next one. I'm still busting my butt in between.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still growing. My goal, I want to work, and I want to get better. I want my technical skills to be better. And even more so is I want to be able to help other actors who are in that same situation that I was. It's like it's something that you do want to do, but you're not really sure because there's no set path. There's no real path that you're supposed to take, you
Yeah.
know. Um, but I believe in my path, and I know right now in my life this is where I'm supposed to be, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm just open to above wherever I'm supposed to go.
Right.
That's good.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for sharing it.
I heard that you on Soul Train. That's
I was on Soul Train for 2.5 years. That was, besides being incredible and fun, going to Soul Train was almost like, it was just like going to a club, like behind the scenes. There was like a whole bunch of chairs and stuff, and somebody come up and ask you to dance. I always used to say, when I lived in California, it's like, oh, I want to go on Soul Train. And people used to always say, oh, you got to audition, you go to audition. And I'm like, well, where are they at? How do you get that?
Right.
I don't know if there ever was such a thing, but I never came across it. I met a young lady who said, oh yeah, she said, I'm going to Soul Train next week and you can come with me. But I danced on there for 2.5 years. And I had a lot of fun. I really did. You tape 8 shows in a weekend. That's why you saw people wearing the same clothes. It's like, well, people would ask, well, how come the people are wearing the same clothes? And there was a time I was bringing different clothes, but it just didn't make no sense because you dancing the whole weekend. It's a Saturday, Sunday, and you dancing till late at night. And it was a good time. And everybody on the show was either an actor, a singer, there was some type of performer. And at that time, I thought I wanted to be a singer. So, but yeah, truth, I was there. I was there.
You sing?
I right now, no. I'm going to say absolutely not. I know better. But there was a time, yes, that I thought I could sing. There were many opportunities to try to see if it was going to happen. I actually had an audition that someone had gotten for me to go audition with Rick James for the Mary Jane Girls.
Oh.
And I was scared out of my mind and I didn't go. I was just afraid. Someone else took me to this producer who heard me singing over the phone, and he invited me to his studio. And there was this one, I to the life of me, I've been trying to think of what this song was, but I was in that studio for hours and singing, and the voice just got so hoarse, and he was getting frustrated. And I had never had that experience before. Whatever, it ended, and nothing. After I left the studio, that was that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time passed. I don't know how, it was just a few months. Middle of the night, woke up to the song I was singing, the way I was singing it, by a group of it was a female group, and it sounded beautiful, but I was like, wow, I sang that, and I sang those verses that way. I mean that was all I could say. It's like, wow. But other than that, I just, I don't think it was, it obviously it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
So eventually over time, at least my husband likes to say that that's how I got him, because initially when we got together I was singing, and then after we got married, oh, you don't sing anymore. But nah, the voice is
The voices.
yeah, nah.
So no musical, right?
No musical. Y'all would take it if you bought tickets to my musical to hear me sing, you'd get up and leave.
Oh.
It's not that bad.
Or you could be the one in the background, just dancing and doing other stuff, and be like,
but let me tell you, I'm a lip syncing queen. I know that.
All right.
Shoot, you give me a song, I'll give you a hell of a performance, but I will be lip syncing.
Get you a lip sync battle or something. That'll be so fun.
Oh my God, I would love to do that. Yep, I would love to do that.
That'll be fun.
Oh my gosh, I would love it. Love it.
That would be so much fun. So let's talk about some of your characters that you play. So
Okay.
you already know Mona from Zatima. I know people probably see on the street, Zatima Mama. I already know somebody.
Believe it or not, that hasn't happened yet. And my 6-year-old granddaughter wants to know why. She's like, Gigi, nobody's saying anything to you about it. I said, but these people may not have watched the show. They may not know.
Right.
So she's the one who wants people to, to know. That's my Gigi. That's my Gigi.
Aw, that's too adorable.
That's so sweet.
Too adorable.
But I'm loving me some Mona right now.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yes.
People were telling us, like they love Mona and they love you from Sisters, of course. But who do you have? Like, well, you just already answered the question. I was gonna say, who do you love playing the most out of your characters?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say at this point, it's definitely Mona. I mean, I really feel totally grateful for every opportunity that I have had. And I feel like I'm still at the beginning. So hell, I'm happy I got Mona. I'm happy I got Helen on Sisters. With every role I've just been like, hell yeah, I booked that. Let's like, hell yeah, I'm excited for every one of them. So Mona right now is the most recent, and I'm loving me some Mona, and it's actually my first time. Tyler Perry fans, they don't play. So I've looked at some reviews, and some of them hate Mona, but the ones who hate Mona, I love them the best because that just makes me feel like I moved you that much. I did my job.
Yes.
Right.
Did my job.
I mean, the hate and the good. It's all publicity.
Yes.
Talking about you, good way or a bad way. You're doing something.
I'm doing something. I'm doing something.
Right. They get emotionally involved in these every episode, and you come with the good, the hate, and the bad. So
yeah, and then working with Tyler, you work so fast. You really have to hope that your preparation, because Tyler rolls, you better be one take ready, and it's you do your best, and then when you look back on it, it's like, okay, what I was feeling worked. I'm glad that that it actually turned out okay on screen, because you're working like this, and you don't really have a chance to reflect back, do another take or whatever. I haven't felt like I needed another take. I felt like, it's like, shit, I want to show Tyler Perry, you've given me this opportunity.
Right.
This is how you roll. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I want him to know that you can trust me to do my job.
Right.
And I know one thing we enjoy about you, you have a lot of range. You have so much range as an actor. Like, you were even a doctor on NCIS, and you was a national treasure, right? So is there a 1-2 list of a character that you want to portray on screen that you haven't yet?
I would love to play a badass. I would like to play a role that requires guns, rifles, and fighting. I would love that. I'm not seen in that way. I'm really seen as the doctor, the lawyer, or bougie looking, or somebody who's trying to take control or is in control, that CEO. I would love to play a role of a president. I would love to play a role of a matriarch of a family, even though I've been told by my agent yet that I'm I'm just not. I haven't reached that 60-year-old look. And it's interesting because I will be 60 in a year, but grateful. But those I want some badass roles, but I love what I'm getting. I mean, I love what I'm getting, you know. But
Does it
yeah,
get frustrating for you when you feel like you're being typecast, that you just get to play
it
these same roles, but you want to do this?
it does. It's like there's occasionally my agent will call and say, I just sent you an audition, and sometimes I go, oh, what role is it? And he'll say, a doctor, and I'm like, oh, it's like, okay, all right. And then when I, go and look at it, it's also what it's for, who you're working with, um, and it's still the opportunity to get on set. And, you know, um, it's hard to get on set. I'm telling you, all I want is to work. I want to work and I want to get better and I want to work and, work with people who help me to be better, and then people, because, a lot of projects are with relationships that people have built. And it's like, I want someone to say, well, hell, we worked with Kim on such and such. She was cool. Her energy was good. Let's get Kim.
Right.
Those are all things um, that I would hope to achieve. So,
Right.
but I'm in, like right now with the writer's strike,
Yeah.
um, they are trickling in. I'm not even seeing most of my regular people that I tape. So it's still, and I also believe it's a whole energy thing. It's the more energy you put into it, and obviously what you focus on is what you get. So I do, especially the downtime, I'm going to call it downtime, is now I have to tighten up the business.
Right.
I'm checking out my website and I'm making sure that it's pretty much up to date, making sure that that flows with IMDb, social media. I try. It's important. It is important,
Yeah, it is.
Right.
and how I portray myself. I try to, and some of the feedback that I get, and I'm really, really glad, is that it's inspiring to some, which that means the utmost to me. Um, but I'm just trying to make sure my business is straight,
Yes, ma'am.
because there is a business to this, and
Yes.
um, I go on IMDb early in the week and I check to see what's in pre-production. No, it doesn't tell me what roles are available, but I get to see what's coming. I get to check out the director. If I'm lucky, there's a casting director. I get to check out the casting director. What type of work do they send out? Um, you know, I used to mail out my headshot a lot a while ago, and with no expectation, it's energy. That's
Right.
all I was doing. So finally, I thought, this is really getting expensive. And I went to a mentor and said, hey, I'm sending out my headshots, but what more can I do? And he said, well, send an email.
Right.
Get straight to the point, but send an email of your reel. And so I started doing that, and not just to any casting director. I did the research to see the type of films that they work on, and is that the type of film that maybe my type
Right.
would be. And I started sending out those emails, and believe it or not, I have no expectations, but some of those casting directors wrote me back, you know, and I just feel this energy. I have actually auditioned from some of those agencies, from some of those casting directors. I don't know whether it was because of an email or a headshot. I don't know. But I do believe that you put the energy out and you will receive it. You know, you will receive. It is what energy you put out. You put out negative energy, you're gonna get that back. Positive, you're gonna get it back. But those are like some of the little things I do just to keep me moving forward.
Right.
Okay, and yeah, those are some great gems. And going back to what you said about being that badass role, I don't know why I can see you alongside Angela Bassett on 911.
And you name someone who I love her work. I don't know if I'm mostly even connected to her because I remember when I was in acting class, there were a couple of scenes that I did, and there were a few times that my coach said that you remind me of Angela Bassett. There's something that you had. There's some quality there or something that, and I have just, I don't know if it started with that or whatever, but she is someone whose work that I admire. I think she's just a classy woman, and it's just she's just the epitome of class and professionalism, and yeah.
Nice.
I could definitely see that, job.
Yeah, I see it because I was looking at some of your reels and I seen your acting, and I was like, and I was saying like your poise and everything, the way how you deliver your lines and everything. I was like, I really can see you in a scene with Angela Bassett, and y'all really trading some, some
That
dialogue. It just feels like y'all will flow
your
so
mouth to the universe.
manifest.
Let it come back to me.
I could see Miss Kim playing, a role with some guns and
I mean, yeah, even if
I mean, because everyone, I feel like everyone have their badass role in them, and it's I could definitely see that for you.
I mean, put me as don't just change. You don't necessarily even have to change my look. Put me in black, something tight,
right?
And I'm telling you, it's just it's in me. It's there, and I don't know if maybe I have to create some kind of fun video or something to show it. I don't know, but if it's somewhere down the line, I would love to be able to do something like that. Because a lot of the men get a lot of great. I tape some guys that have roles, and I'm like,
how'd you get
that? Literally, I can do this. But it's, it's for an actor instead of an actress. So
yes,
actresses needed as well too.
We need more of those movies, of the women shown in their strength, and I always call it their masculine side, but showing the other side of the feminine.
Yeah,
we need that.
Yes, we do.
They don't have to go as far as set it off, but
yeah,
definitely. Don't have to go that far, but.
Now we noticed that you love traveling as well, but what has been your favorite places to visit so far?
My husband and I are cruisers.
All right.
Yeah.
So we get to cruise, and I'm grateful, 2 times a year, and if we're really lucky, we may get a third one in. We've been to so many places that they all kind of like, blend together, but just knowing that you're on this big ship, all the food you want to eat, there's entertainment, you can go sit on the balcony and just chill and just watch water and just free yourself. The key to cruising is you've got to be able to do nothing. And it's not that it's not that we don't do anything, because we love to people watch.
Right.
Yeah.
We go and lay out by the pool and people watch. We have our drinks and stuff, and we love to go to karaoke because there's those people who really like to drink, and when they go to karaoke, That's like the best. That is just hilarious. The comedy shows and stuff. But I mean, you know, we've gone to the Caribbean. We've actually flown to Barcelona and flew 17 days back. It actually came back to New Orleans. It's just it's a great way for us. It's just really, and then my husband says he loves it the most because I'm not reading or doing anything acting wise. That means I'm all his.
Yeah,
You know, so but it never leaves me. You know, I'm like it's always in my head. And then I'm people watching and then I see certain aspects, something of a person, and I'm like, oh, I gotta remember that. You know, so my mind is
I do the
active.
same thing. I do that every day. I thought I was the only one. Yeah.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things I teach my students. I said you'll learn a lot if you people watch or if you animal watch.
Yes.
Some like animal watch. I like just try it and you'll see.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. If you watch and I have on my phone on my little notes, I go in and I just, you know, write a little note of something that I've seen so that I can go back to it because, you know, every audition is different. And sure, obviously the roles are different, but it's just the whole breakdown of it is different. And then what's the feel, at least for me, the feeling I get after reading about it. I don't have the same approach to every audition. It's different. Some, you know, like the doctors and the lawyers, I already have the whole breakdown already typed up already. All I got to do is go to that and tweak it to what this role is. And I always see these roles, at least the ones I've experienced so far, as I'm doing my job. I'm focused on doing my job. So I'm losing my train of thought because I'm up here thinking about other characters and stuff. But yeah, there was a point I wanted to make and I just totally forgot.
It'll come back.
We all do it.
It'll come to you.
Artistic mind. I'm telling you, it's a hobby too.
How you know, at that point you people watch and sometimes, you know, even though your husband may be like thinking that you just not working at all in your mind, you just still be working. It's hard for us to not work. Like
exactly. Exactly.
It'd be the littlest thing that get us to like thinking and like, oh, I gotta try to write this down before they see it.
Because if I don't write it down, then not to mention when you know, when I go to bed at night, that's when a lot of stuff starts coming and I'm like, I got to reach for my phone and write it down. And I'm like, oh, I'll remember that. And then in the morning, I was like, what was that idea I had? But I get some good stuff that comes in the middle of the night. You know?
That comes to me in the shower. And this is where I can never write it down.
Yeah.
All the time I got out of dry, I'm like,
I call it sparking. I call it the brain just starts sparking and
yeah.
You just have
absolutely.
To so now
I'm a writer. Like I do music and stuff like that. So sometimes if I'm in a car, a lot of the times when I'm in I ride without music on and I'm thinking. So I'll put on my phone, I'll just put on my voice recorder and I'll just start saying whatever lyrics that's coming to mind. But I can't do that when I'm in the shower. I can't. And that's when most of the stuff comes. Like, oh man.
But the fact that you know that's where it freely comes, you got to figure out a way to get to have something that you can record it or something, because it's you just never know what special little thing is gonna come. You just never know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure it. You're right.
Okay, so now you mentioned Angela Bassett, and that's somebody that we see you working with one day. So let's put you in the director's chair for a second. Name 4 or 5 actors that you would love to work with someday.
Well, I know we said Angela Bassett; she would be one. I would love to work with Samuel L. Jackson. He just he's just seems like he's always working, but he loves the hell out of it. You know? And I don't know, y'all might laugh at it. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
I say that because he's always working.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's always working, and he's just another one. He just seems as though he's loving it. He just is loving it. And then somebody called her am I saying this right? My doppelganger? Jennifer Beals. I don't know if y'all know who that is. She's on the L Word. She was the actress in Flashdance. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure if y'all remember her. I'm interested mostly in her too, is because I've been told, especially by someone who says that she's a friend, that we really do look alike. So obviously, I know for damn sure we wouldn't get booked on a set together if we look alike.
Sisters.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of, because there really is a lot. If I'm pronouncing her name right, Michelle Yeoh. She's the actress who just won an Academy Award, and she does all the. It's a woman in her 50s, and you wouldn't think that that she would get the opportunity to do fighting and stuff like that, and that is what I really like about her career. And then the actors that really stand out to me the most, and I mean this in no disrespect because this is how I really see myself, it's those supporting role actors. You know, those actors when you're watching something and you're like, oh yeah,
Oh
I know
yeah.
him. You know, you don't know his name, but you see him
Seeing his
everywhere.
face. Yeah.
Yes, that's how I want to be. You don't have to know my name, but yeah, you were on that show,
Yeah, I
and
recognize you.
I
look
want
familiar.
to be sprinkled out in all these shows. I don't care if I have one word. I don't care if I have one line. I want my family to be able to go back and say, "Oh, I was watching such and such, and Kim, you were in it. I saw you." That brings me joy when my family sees me, and even a friend or maybe somebody who I haven't seen in a long time may call and say, "I just saw you on such and such," because I do that. When I'm watching television, and if I don't know that a friend is on the show, and I see them, I will email them. I will text them. I will call because it's like, because to you, this is so hard, y'all.
Yes.
You know, this is so hard, and when we book something, it's we gotta be so proud, and it's our moment. It's even if it's 15 it's our 15 minutes to really be freaking proud. When my agent called me and told me about the Mona role on Tyler Perry, he was like, Kim, you just don't know how special this is. And then when I found out I was gonna be in 7 episodes, and I only had a matter of days.
Oh.
It was a matter of days, and then to know he tapes in 1 week scared me. My agent, I said, look, I will be, I'm not the kind of person that when I book, I call people, I post, I book.
Yeah.
I do the job first. I get the job done first. And it was so important to me because Tyler Perry, I don't even remember. I had so many scenes, and the pages, we're talking 10, 11, 12, 13 pages of dialogue, and you may have 2 scenes a day. I mean, my first day, but I think it was my first day. I was supposed to have 6 scenes. And in my mind, I was like, is this literally happening to me? Oh my God. I'm like, God, I know you didn't put me here if you didn't think that I could do this.
Yeah.
And I was in the hotel room and sitting in the bed, and all my scenes were spread out. And I find a song for each scene, something for, you know, whatever my objective is, something that's going to make me get there. That when I hear that song, those words flow. I can just say them to the beat of the song and it flows. Um, it's, this is, it scares, acting scares the crap out of me. It scares me, but I'm steadily moving for it. I want it, you know, I want it so bad, but it literally frightens me. And I took an acting class by this coach who said, right when the director says action, say, I am enough. And I know that when I have said that, I'm in the moment and I'm able to be free after, you know, because the one thing for me has been just learning to let go, you know, just to let go. So, and then I can run my mouth about this, y'all. I just am so passionate about it.
Talking it all in.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's not just like anybody off the street can just go do it, you know? So when you get the opportunity, and regardless how small your role is,
it's yours. You earned
it's
it.
yours, and you never know who will see it.
That's right.
You know, you never know. You never know.
We really appreciate you for, you know, sharing all that. And everything you said, that's something I tell myself as well too, that once you get that role, it's yours. You have so many gems. I'm just like, wow. So thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that, because that's one of the things that we tell ourselves, you have to be vulnerable with this acting. And if you didn't, you wouldn't be scared if you didn't care. So
Absolutely.
We all of us are like that. We call each other when we have like a role or something, and we say, "Hey, how would you do this? How you do that?" Or how would I approach this? And then we help each other out, and we're like,
and it's important to have that, because I'm learning, and it's a negative thing, and I'm sure you can relate to this too, is that um when you started booking, and it, just because you book doesn't mean that I don't take it for granted. I still feel I got to work just as hard to get the next one. Just because, yes, I had the opportunity to work with Tyler Perry, that, you know, someone who doesn't understand will probably go, "Oh, psh, you made it, girl, you good." No, no, I still have to keep working. But you kind of lose your friends.
Yeah, you do.
When my friends book, I am, you know, the type of person of like, hell yeah. What did you book? Oh my God. When you go on set, remember everything, and you gotta come back and you tell me. Because I learned from other people's experience. So please tell me. And I've noticed, you know, over time, when I book, and I'm not someone, I don't call people and say, I book, I got it. I don't do that. But when I book the job and I start promoting my work on the show and promote the show, my friends see that, and sure, they may click like or may click love on a post, but where you at?
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't want to know.
No
You don't want to
congratulations.
know. Yeah, you don't want to know my experience. You don't, and I'm not that, I don't call people, and I know it's hard for actors that you know, we all want the same thing. We all want to work. And there are some who, when it's not, it's hard for them to be happy for someone else. My personal feeling is, if you are unable to be accepting or happy for someone else's good, success, whatever it is, don't think you can be rewarded with yours. Because if your intentions are, oh, what, you know, I'm better than her. What, you know, she got, when you have that within you, you miss yours.
Absolutely.
You
I will, you know, it's just not meant for everybody to understand, and it takes a special person to stand with that person. And if you do have that person that stands with you through it all, that's a
you
blessing.
are
That's an
exactly.
absolute blessing. That's a blessing from God. Our last question. Do you have any advice for any upcoming actors that you can share?
I would say, don't be defeated. It can happen.
Yeah.
Treat it as a business. Study.
Yeah.
Scene study. Auditioning is totally different from scene study.
Yeah.
Script analysis, you know, like, better yourself in that. And don't be, lately in some conversations with other actors has been, I did such a great job on my audition, but they didn't pick me, so I guess I didn't do a good job. Bull crap. I don't believe that. You know, I strive to make myself happy in my auditions. Took a while to get there. You know, it took a while, but um find that trust within yourself. The best advice that was ever given to me by a number of actors, by a number of coaches, and obviously they saw something, is I needed to believe in myself. So
Yeah.
you got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in the choices that you make. And you have to know what your strengths and what your weaknesses are and work on that. And because there was a time where I was running to every class. Oh, they got a class over here. And I was running over there. And I was running. I was paying all this money and running, running. And I needed to, like, slow it down and figure out, just because everybody's going over here to do this didn't necessarily mean I needed to be there. So you've got to reevaluate what you need. And during, like, this downtime, you got an actor. You can't sit at home and wait. When I was in acting class, that class I told you about, I was in that class for 3.5 years. The What I call the veterans of the class, I used to overhear them talking about, when I'm not on set, shoot, I'm working 40, 50 hours a week. And I used to say to myself, what the hell are they working on? I'm I'm looking over at my office chair or whatever. I am busting my butt with marketing. I'm social media. I'm doing what I told you about IMDb. Now I slowed down. During COVID, I stopped sending out those emails because why? Every actor was home. Every actor was probably, probably doing the same thing. So I stopped doing that. But now it's time for me to start tightening up my business and of finding a different way to approach it. And if I don't give that attention to things, I feel um, I'm not going to achieve my goals. And when I tell you that when I tape other actors, it brings me so much joy. The creative juices just flow. And I always have to say, look, ideas are gonna pop into my head. And if you don't like, you can't hurt my feelings. But you can go, oh no, that's not, I don't want to do that. Or if I hear someone say, oh, I don't want to do that because casting won't like it. I love casting. I need casting for my job.
Yes,
But
indeed.
I don't care. I don't care. There's thousands of casting directors. I have to do what I feel is, if it comes to you, do it. But I'm not going to tell an actor to do something, obviously, that I wouldn't do or anything else. But I just say go in it and, put the energy out. You put energy out, I promise you, it is plain fact. Whatever you focus on, you get. Whatever you focus on, you get. And it happens. And it's time. It's just time. And we don't have any control over time. And you just have to wait for your time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. We really greatly appreciate the time you spent with us, the advice you shared, your journey and everything. That was beautiful. Very beautiful said too. Thank you for that.
I appreciate it. I thank y'all for inviting me. Thank you. Thank you.
We really enjoyed presence here today. It was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Baptiste. Y'all better look out for her.
Yes.
Talk to your manager.
Appreciate it.
So we can get you on 911.
Yes, because you said it, so now it has to happen.
It has to happen. No other choice.
It's already done.
I want to see you on it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show where Mike loves the most.
He does.
He actually did a good job yesterday, guys. Last week.
I
You guys wasn't here, so he actually did a good job. I gotta give it to him.
For 3.
All right.
I knocked it out the park.
He knocked it out of the park. It was 3 out. I couldn't stop laughing. So
let's see. Yes.
But that was last week.
It's on. Go back and watch it.
This is this week. Let's go.
So this week we're going down to Atlanta. It's been these girls, 2 anonymous women in Atlanta, going back with their way of fighting against the private parking industry's practice of booting cars. They argue that the practice is predatory and they're going viral online for removing boots for drivers at a lesser fee than parking companies. They call themselves the Boot Girls, right?
Yeah,
now, you're already doing the criminal activity, right? But this is what trips me out is they're doing interviews.
Oh, hell no.
So they spoke to Channel 2 in Atlanta or whatever about the attention and praise they're receiving, and they were talking about it expanded out of nowhere. The women, they wear pink and bedazzled masks to hide their identities. And a fan yelled out to them when they was on video, like, "We love you, Boot Girl." So that's how they've been getting just all this crazy attention about this, right? They charge a flat rate of $50 to remove a boot. However, the Boot Girl said they got the idea when their car was booted themselves, right? They searched online, found somebody that sells a copy of boot keys, and that's when they started, removing boots for the small fee and got the popularity they got now, right? And so since they've gone viral, the girls have, let's say, made a rough estimate about 50,000 in boot keys, from the sale of boot keys, whatever, removing boots. So they get a lot of orders to remove boots. So it's been brought to the attention, said the police, that police within the city are investing in boot keys, which is the key used to unlock the device. So while owning a boot key is not illegal, here's what the public needs to know. It is charges for tampering or disengaging a boot device on your vehicle. So you can get criminal trespassing, theft of services, theft by taking, damage to property, 2nd degree. So these are all things that if you get caught, so I don't think it's too wise for those girls to be out there doing interviews and stuff. I'm just saying, you want to put yourself on blast like that. So, but yeah, so they're like the Robin Hoods of the boots in the city, I guess. I don't know. No,
I support it, but not the hey, I'm the guy that's doing the boots or whatever. But go with the flow, I guess. I seen the video. That was actually pretty funny.
I'm not quite sure who came up with the bedazzled face hoodie or whatever that they have on, but I think they could have come with something a little bit
little bit more creative.
Hide their identity. Just a little bit.
I mean,
just a little.
You know, they're not just doing these news interviews. I've seen them on a popular podcast, brought them on, and like they've been going on like several interviews. I'm like, all right, all right.
You're asking for it.
Somebody gonna recognize you.
Yeah.
They be like, "Hey, ain't that Tasha?"
Yeah, the block is too hot. Hey, Tasha.
That's Tasha right there. Tasha.
That's from anywhere.
See that damn bull.
You know, I hear in Houston, there's a few criminals in town that they keep stealing wheels from parked police cars. So the cops are working tirelessly to catch the suspects.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I like that one. That was pretty. That's pretty good.
They're working around the clock. Huh?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Now, did you hear about the thief that preferred robbing criminals and babysitters?
Mm-hmm.
He claimed every crook and nanny.
Yeah. No, Chris. That's
I get it. I get it, but
I'm coming back. No. I'm leaving again.
But you know what though? I'm real talk. I'm upset. I'm angry. So I know, right? I'm angry. Someone broke into my house and stole my limbo trophy. You know, and it just goes to show how low can these criminals really go? Like, you know, that's like it's just yeah. That's my limbo trophy.
Limbo.
What is Mike doing? That was funny. Like, come on.
He gonna Maybe next week, Chris, we get Mike to laugh, man.
Okay. Chris, you got a limbo trophy. limbo.
Chris, I swear to God, boy, I will pay you my next check to see that you won a limbo trophy, and I won the high jump.
Limbo.
Yikes.
I'm stuck in my head all day.
Hey. I ain't saying I won the contest. I just got a trophy. That could have been a participation trophy.
Oh, man. You ain't win.
But he did get a trophy.
But I got a trophy. And I'm proud.
Everybody wins in limbo.
Oh, man.
Well, there you go, everybody. That's Chris's nose tag.
Go, Chris.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a few things in the balancing act, so y'all stay locked in. All right, good people. So we're going to talk about this I ain't going to say real quick. We're going to talk about it. So first and foremost, let's say we're glad to hear that Jamie Foxx is doing well. His daughter came out and posted saying that he's been good. He's playing tennis. He's with the family. He's been out of the hospital for quite some time. Denzel Washington said it best. We live in a tweet, text savvy world. Everybody just want to get the news, get it out there quick, sell it, say it, don't matter. They just want to be first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of y'all need to mind y'all business. I love what Charlamagne said too. He said, look, send that man some healing energy, some prayers. You got that business. Mm-hmm. Stop putting out what you believe that you think that is going on out there. Rumors, all that, man. All of that. Because y'all wasn't worried about Jamie Foxx at all until this came up.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all wasn't honoring this man at all or anything. I'm letting you know right now. You get me in my family business, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Mind your business. It's another reason why we, as up and coming actors, well, I ain't gonna say up and coming, we are actors. We do deserve to have some privacy in our lives. And there are some times where, we just want, we are human beings. Right. The media gonna do what the media gonna do. I'm the type of person that got mad when I saw Michael Jackson on his deathbed in the hospital and the news posted it with all the tubes and everything sticking out of him. I'm the one that got upset. I'm doing the Tony Breaker. I'm the one that began. Sorry, I had to bring some type of humor to this because it's actually really a serious situation.
Yeah.
But my point in all this is that these people deserve their privacy. They are human beings. Be careful of what you post out there. Be careful of what you tweet. Be careful of what you say, because that's somebody's family member out there, man.
Yeah.
Much we love and appreciate Jamie Foxx for everything he does and has done. Hey, if it wasn't for him, all four of us wouldn't have been on Hip Hop Family Christmas. So he is our boss, or was our boss before him, and helped us. That check helped us out.
Yeah.
Respect these people. Yeah. Be kind to each other. Be kind to these people. Be careful what you say and what you post. So
yeah.
Dangerous times, man. We in the era of fake news where it's like it's not about what's real news, it's about who posts first. Whoever puts it out there first, that's what people run with.
But you know what? You can't change the world and their outlook as great that you said that, James. But I'm not an optimistic. I'm not very open to thinking that people are going to change.
Right.
They not. The only thing that you can ask for and be thankful is the people around you. With no information being leaked, with no pictures being shared.
Yes.
Everyone kept information in-house, because you don't even have to be a celebrity. That happens in every family household. They like, well, what's going on over there? What's going on with cousins? They getting a divorce, blah, 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 blah. Everybody want to be in everybody's business. But as long as you keep your household tight, and what stays in this house, what is said in this house stays in this house. And that's shout out to Jamie Foxx and his whole family for just keeping it within the family. And when it's your time to know public, we'll let you know. If not, don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah, and just one more thing on that. Like, I'm glad that she did come out and say something, because like it was getting to a point where, like, I feel like a lot of the times when fake news is put out, especially if it's wrong and it goes into it can go into a really deep, a real deep situation to where it'd be hard to kind of go back from the false information. Like, it could get to a point to where people start saying somebody died that ain't dead, and you don't really want to speak that on nobody's life. Like, and then that's not what's going on. Get to a point to where, it's speaking about things that could be false and that could lead to someone going to jail or something like that. So it's really, really critical. Before, it was about getting out the truth. Now it's just getting out something. So we have to, as people, be able to not jump at the very first thing that we hear. And we have to be able to, say to ourselves, let me wait and see what else come out. Because if we just jump on the first thing that we see or hear, we could be like just feeding into a false narrative of false information, lies, and scandal. And it could cause a lot of problems and inconveniences for people that we actually love and look up to.
I agree. Well said, Tashay. Well said, Mike and Chris. Another show in the books. We did it, ladies. I don't know why. I've just been a dancing fool today.
You is. You really just in the moves today, Mr. John.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah. Just excited about all the blessings coming our way. But that's going to do it for our show, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to our guest, Kim Baptiste, for joining us, dropping them gems.
Yes.
Dropping them. So.
Yeah, she's sprinkling them.
Sprinkling them. Sprinkling them.
Like 840, sprinkling them, baby.
Oh, man. Y'all got anything before we get up out of here? Chris, what you got, brother?
Well, quote of the day. I'm just going to keep it simple. Whatever you decide to do, make sure it makes you happy. That's it. That's all.
Well, Chris, come on now. You come on, man. You got to put like a advisory in that positive. Okay. Positive. Okay. You want to do that again, Chris?
Whatever you
gotta give him a little stipulation.
You gotta give him a little stipulation, man, because you know.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. When
we're working towards whatever your goal is in life, whatever that may be, whatever dream, whatever whatever you're chasing in life, just make sure it makes you happy.
That's better. That's better, guys. Because you know what I mean, Chris, because you know how people take it and run with it. Whatever makes you happy, come on, man. You can't say whatever makes you happy, continue to keep doing it. Now there's some crazy people out here.
That's consequences to your actions. Like, so if make you happy, it's not legal.
Robbing folk make me happy. Chris on the Just Acting Up show said robbing people makes me happy.
Hey, look, if we go viral, I don't want to go viral that way now. It's your action. Life is about choices, son. It's about choices.
This is your brain on drugs.
Life is about choices.
Hey, you do that, boy, they get you 5 out of 10. Go play with you.
That's the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
Messed up my iPad to fail messing with Chris. You know?
Today. What did I do?
Chris.
Life is about choices, ladies.
Life about choices. Okay? There's a lot of people right now wish they was in your shoes. All right?
Yeah, okay. Home, ain't you? On the couch.
Yeah, home. You on the couch. You ain't doing that, ain't you?
Okay. All right, y'all.
That commercial.
Late for work. I told myself I'm late for work.
That gets you 5 out of 10. You don't want to do that.
Oh, crazy. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a great one.